Hello and welcome. I am your host, the best podcast host in the universe, Steve Hurley. I'd like to thank our sponsors at Procyon Partners. Procyon, one of the top 50 fastest growing companies in the nation. They specialize in employee benefits, wealth management, and retirement planning. President Sean Rabinowitz, proud supporter of our podcast network and everything we do. Green Street Trust International, owned and operated by Rennell Jump and UConn legendary men's basketball player Jake Voskuhl. They specialize in tax plans for businesses large or small. They will save you money or get you a big fat return on your taxes. To schedule your free strategic tax planning session today, go to www.greenstreettrust.com. Pete Finch and the Finch Law Firm is located in Bridgeport, Connecticut. If you've suffered any type of personal injury, slip and fall, car accident, your mother-in-law ran you over with her car, your wife got angry one night and decided to stab you, the Finch Firm is for you. Pete has won legal battles all across the state of Connecticut. He will go to war to get every dollar you deserve in compensation. You just have to remember, in a pinch, call Finch or go to his website, thefinchfirm.com. Dynamic Human Performance is owned and operated by UConn legendary running back Andre Dixon. He trains boys and girls of all ages, all sports. He has a boot camp program 7 days a week, 6 a.m. You want to get in shape, you go to Andre. He has an athletic development program where he trains boys and girls in the sport of their choice from the ground up, helps them reach their full potential, be the best they can possibly be. Andre has sent boys and girls to college on scholarship for all different types of sports. To work with the best, he has a 5,000 square foot state-of-the-art facility in Hartford, Connecticut. Go to www.dynamichumanperformance.com. All right, and we are here for Husky Talk SNS. I am your host, the best podcast host in the universe, Steve Cully, and with me as always, my partner in crime, Sean Mulcahy, former UConn Football Star captain, and now just a legend. He's just legendary emeritus status. Sean, great to see you.
It's good to see you, man. I'm feeling April. We got national championships, Masters,
right. Yeah.
Masters golf, baseball,
a lot going on.
Starting. Yankees are off to a nice start. Mets had a good win today.
You like baseball?
Yeah. I mean,
okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So two things I have to say. Number one, our website is huskyhub.net. You can go to it, join, become a member, and this Friday I am giving away $1,000 live.
What?
We have a drawing. I'm going to give $1,000 prize on the spot. We have a little program that picks the members, and we'll pick one member, and I will then mow you $1,000 on the spot. This is not a joke.
Can
this is
enroll?
As long as you're you can sign up. You can sign up for free. Nice. Join, and you're in. All members are eligible. Secondly, Sean Rabinowitz. Mm-hmm. Sean came to the fundraiser that I had set up last week for the Woman of Impact campaign, the team that I've been on. I still have no reason. I have no idea why I was on the team. That was tough. I do a podcast with my friend. Her name's Trisha. So Sean had a long trip. He drove from Pittsburgh to Erie and then to Niagara.
Wow.
And then he's driving back to Connecticut and he says, "Hey, I'll stop and see you Thursday night.
Nice.
I said, well, I got this fundraiser. He said, that's great. I'll come.
Nice.
So I'm telling him how to get here. I said, your GPS is going to tell you to go to exit 31, which is the Utica exit. You want to go to the exit. I think I said exit 30, the Westmoreland exit. I completely forgot Sean was. I knew he was coming from the west.
Yeah. I
screwed up the numbers of the exits.
Yeah.
I sent him 20 miles past Utica. Utica exit.
Jesus Christ.
He had to get off at the Herkimer exit, which is where you would get off if you were coming from the east.
Oh my God.
And he says, and we get to it was my fundraising event. We show up 10 minutes. He picks me up, and thankfully he was laughing about it. Then he told me afterwards, Cully, I was going to shoot you. I was like, well, I would have deserved it. And then he proceeded to tell everyone there. He's like, yeah, we were late because Steve sent me to the wrong exit. And every single person, my father, my aunt, my high school coach was there. Everyone said, anything associated with driving, do not listen to Steve.
Are you bad with directions?
I'm bad at driving. I'm bad at directions. I'm bad at life. But when everyone heard that story, they just died. They're like, of course he sent you 20 miles out of the way. Of course he did. But yeah, Sean came in. He was very gracious to come to the event, and he was nice. And yet, thankfully, the food was great. And but then he said, "Steve, I was going to shoot you." I was like, I don't blame you. I deserve it.
What was the menu?
Oh, it was great. We did a wine tasting event. The guy that I do the Rebel Republic show with, Frank, he owns a pizzeria in the area, and they do wine tasting every Thursday night. So we did, I got wine, and we did blind wine tasting where we did a red and a white. You had to guess what it was. And then he had one of those Somalians, the sommelier, whatever the fuck they are. And then he had his own wine that he gave to everyone for tasting as well. And then he put on a full buffet, and the food was unbelievable.
Nice.
Sean loved the food. I think that's the only thing that saved me. He loved the food. He had 2 plates of food and loved it. He stayed for about an hour and he had to leave. But I was so thankful that he stopped. I said, Sean, I'll make it up to you. I promise.
Did he drive through the night?
Yeah, he was driving back home. Wow. And he stopped. He stopped just nice, being out of his way, because the event was at 6:30. Yeah. He stopped, and then he was heading back to his house. It's just, we arrived at the event at about 6:50. So everyone was just like, "Yep, that's Cully. We know. We're sorry." Yeah. I think my father apologized. Everyone apologized to him, and then everyone said, it's partially your fault for listening to him having to do with driving. So we talked last week, and we ended up with UConn, the men and the women, both going to the Final Four. Hopes and dreams of another, both teams winning a national championship. Both teams fell short, and it was sad to see. It was sad to see. The first thing I would ask: did you or did you not see Dawn Staley and Geno Auriemma, the little conflict they had?
I saw it, but I left. I didn't see the end of game. I saw the end of the game. I didn't see their interaction.
Okay.
But then I saw highlights of it.
Did you think it like Maria was pissed because she said they didn't show exactly what happened? I guess apparently during introductions, the coaches stand away and they greet each other, shake hands, and walk away.
Right.
And Geno was
to do it again.
Geno was standing there waiting, and Dawn never came.
Yeah.
So Geno left, and apparently that rubbed him the wrong way the whole fucking game.
Yeah.
And probably losing too. Probably losing too.
And the refs weren't good in the first half at all.
Dude, the refs were. Listen, I thought the refs were awful in the whole tournament for UConn. So Geno and Dawn Staley get into it. I thought that was hysterical. Geno, he's arguably the best coach in college basketball history. He has 12 national championships. He's 2 more than John Wooden. This team, I go back to the Big East. Mm-hmm. The Big East blows. That's my issue.
Yeah.
This team was undefeated.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think they trailed in a game all year.
Right.
And they did play some difficult non-conference teams in their schedule. But I just feel that we are always going to be hampered like with a monkey on our back being in the Big East.
Yeah.
Because I think for the women, I think we were the only team to get in the tournament.
How many out of conference games can they schedule against better?
Geno always schedules a tough non-conference schedule. I know we played Michigan, who was ranked 6 at the time. I know that we played some. I got to check it. I know we played a very good non-conference schedule.
Well, I've never heard of UConn getting shit for having a weak schedule. I've never heard that.
It's not. It's the conference that I just bothers me.
Yeah.
It's because we're in the Big East, and that is why I think we're hampered in all sports, especially basketball, because realistically, we could have lost. The men could have lost to Michigan State.
Yeah.
They should have lost to Duke. They had the miracle by Braylon Mullins. And, those are 2 Big Ten teams we beat. And Duke was an ACC team. And then Michigan was just unbelievable. So non-conference, we played Florida State. Michigan was ranked 6th. We played Utah. And then during the season, we played Southern Cal, who was ranked 16th, Iowa, who was ranked 11th, and Iowa. I was the men that upset Duke, and Notre Dame, who we beat the women beat to go to the Final Four. So that was their Tennessee. They played also. They were ranked 15th. So they played a tough non-conference schedule.
Yeah,
I give them credit for that. But
no, the thing that with Geno is watching the game. I was like, when you're that competitive of a person and it's such a good tight game, how can you not be furious at that moment with just the refs alone? The
refs did not give them a chance. And Maria talked about this. Maria said South Carolina would be our most challenging opponent. She didn't think we would match up well because Sarah Strong is so good. I mean, she can play defense and guard, the 5 or the 4, but she can't play defense and then be expected to score. So I think that limited her. We only had 2. I mean, AZ basically disappeared. Sarah Strong had 12 points. AZ had 10.
Yeah.
And nobody else did anything. So it shows the glaring differences, the athleticism, the physicality of some of the other teams that I think made a difference. Now, with the men, the Big East tournament, I mean, they look completely outmatched against St. John's. I did think the refs killed them last night because, dude, we were in foul trouble. They were in the bonus, I think, with 10 minutes left to go in the first half. I mean, our starting point guard and, Solo Ball, they're both out.
Yeah.
Totally.
So a A lot of things I got to say about the men's game. That foul trouble that early was really frustrating because I felt that Michigan was playing just as hard.
Yeah, they were.
And physically, like, so kind of let them play. And
they weren't calling it both ways.
Yeah, like Maria said about the women's game, I'll say about the men's game. UConn didn't match up well with Michigan either. They got length on Michigan. Holy shit.
That a day. Oh my God. Inside. I mean, he's too tall. I mean, we had Eric Ryba who matches up. He's a true freshman.
Yeah.
You know, he's just not physical.
Right.
And he could get there, but he's not there yet. Terrace Reed, God bless him, man. He wasn't the leading scorer going into the tournament. He carried us through the tournament. He averaged 20 points and 13 rebounds throughout the tournament.
Yeah.
And I never believed, that was my concern. I didn't believe that Terrace Reed could be enough offensively to win. Yeah. And the prediction that Joe, D, and Maria both said, they both predicted Michigan would win. And they both said that if we held Michigan under 70, we would win. And we did. We held Michigan under 70.
Dude, I was so surprised at how close UConn kept it because there were so many moments.
They could have pulled away.
Yeah, and they did for a little bit, but like UConn matched up horribly with Michigan.
Horrible.
Like, yeah, I predicted UConn to lose as well, but basically because they had gotten lucky so many times. But if you look at that, they're shot, man. They are cooked. They are well done. Stick a fork in me, Jerry. I'm all done. Like, they're done.
They were all hurt. I mean,
Mullins looks exhausted. He hasn't played 40 games.
Did you see the cup? They were doing all the cupping. Did you see the cupping on them?
Yeah. Unbelievable.
They were so banged up. They're not deep. I mean, they play Malachi Smith is the backup point guard. They'll put in Jaden Ross. They had to go with Jalen Stewart.
Yeah.
And, then you have nobody offensively who's productive. When Malachi Smith he scored like 10 points, you're in trouble. Solo ball, he came alive. He was awful all tournament.
Yeah.
Demery was poor all tournament. Yes. Yeah. Demery was hurt all tournament. Mullins stepped up certain times. Even Caravan, I mean, he was hit or miss. He had 5 points against
most exhausted player, especially after when that little 5-minute stretch where you could tell he was really putting in his last effort as a UConn Husky.
He was, man.
He was. He realized he's like, I got 10 minutes left in this uniform. That's it. I gotta and that was a nice take he had to the hoop.
He did. He took control at certain times, and that was what I had wished he had done more often during the tournament.
But Maggie was like, he looks like a day walker. And I said, well, if you think
they were dead.
If you haven't played basketball, it's the winter sport. It starts before winter and it ends in spring. If you're worth a shit.
Yeah.
And you go such long periods of time of not seeing the sun because you're in the gym the whole time. And thank God you're constantly sweating and working out and releasing those endorphins. Otherwise, you'd be the most depressed person in the history of mankind without seeing that type of stuff.
Yeah, that's how we were. Yeah. During winter workouts. That's why we would go to Ted's immediately after winter workouts. I mean, exactly. No, I completely agree with you. It was just a lack of depth. We had those 5. Caravan is a liability defensively. Mullins he looks like he's 12.
Is Caravan going to get drafted?
They think maybe if he does, it'd be a 2nd round pick.
Yeah.
I mean, he's just limited, man.
Is Ball going? Is Ball leaving?
We hope not.
Yeah.
We hope not. We hope Ball stays. Even Mullins, they were talking about Mullins going. I think he'd be crazy to go. I don't think he's. Yeah.
No, he can't.
Yeah, that was the talk before the tournament. Mullins was talking about going to the draft.
I feel like he'd make just as much money if he stayed at UConn.
He will. I mean, they showed the money from the Sweet 16 teams, what was spent on basketball, UConn was higher than I thought.
Yeah.
We spent the ninth most out of the 16 teams. $18 million went to basketball.
Where'd the other $2 million go?
Well, I think it was a combination of NIL and the revenue share.
Oh,
Sean, when I heard what the Big East basketball contract was, I wanted to throw up.
Oh, for the TV, the networks?
For
What's
basketball,
it? $2 billion?
$2 billion. Well, I don't know what it is overall. I know this year it was 80 million. And all I'm thinking to myself, so the Big East Conference the men get 80 million. That's the conference deal. 80 million is probably one game for the SEC.
Yeah. I mean, it's like a quarter for the NFL.
like what are we doing? Like, is that the best? And that's why it frustrates me.
Yeah, and all these salary caps going up don't help the situation at all. It's weird how, like, when you get to that echelon of business, like, nothing's allowed to go down or stay stagnant. It has to keep going up.
Well, that's what's killing college sports right now, man. It's an arms race. And the NCAA, I think I told you this, it was a couple weeks ago, they said stop reporting tampering charges to us because we can't monitor it.
Yeah.
The situation with Duke and the quarterback Menza going to Miami. Clemson was the one that filed a formal complaint because it was in conference. They had a player, I believe, go to Florida State. So it just made them look bad. And they can't monitor it because, I mean, what are you going to do? Are you going to tap everyone's phone?
I mean it's
all you have to do is go through a third party. All I have to do is say, Sean, I want out of here. Have your uncle call my agent and tell him that, I want to go somewhere else.
Yep.
And then my agent, he can make calls. Yep. They don't know. There's no way to monitor it.
I remember dudes transferring when we were playing football.
Yeah, I remember. We had a lot of guys transfer.
Oh my God, my freshman year, I felt like half my class transferred.
Trent Jones, Spence, and then Meyer ended up leaving for other reasons.
Corey McKinney, Della Salva, Corey McKinney ended up being pretty good.
Yes, Spence did too.
Yeah, they were all good. But the reason why losing Trent Jones was so bad, because he was by far the funniest guy on the team.
Nobody could make you laugh like Trent Jones. Nobody. Oh my God, he was just a fucking riot. But yeah, I mean, even back then, where you had to sit out of here, we had guys leaving.
Yeah,
and it's not like this year, but college football, even college sports, Michigan. All 5 players transfers, all 5 starters. They showed that. I mean, it's first time ever.
That dude Yaxel, who had an off night, you could tell he's going to be nice.
He had the bad ankle, but fuck. I mean,
what's he like 6'10", 6'11"?
They're all long, man.
Long.
It's crazy. Like, you got 6'8", 6'9" guys, 6'10". They can play guard. Illinois had a guy like that.
He's as tall as our center.
Like, what the fuck? And they say Terrace Reed is 6'11". Mm-hmm. Joe D says he's more like 6'9". Yeah. And I mean,
that's what I'm saying. Yeah,
he's big, but
our center. He's definitely like a mecca.
But he got blocked so many times.
Oh my God.
The last 2 games.
Crazy second half. Crazy.
And the Duke game, he started out great. The second half, he only had, I think, 4 points. And they were clutch points at the end of the game, and he can't shoot free throws for shit. We came close last night a couple times, but to hold them, they'd scored 90 every game in the tournament. Mm-hmm. They had beaten every team by double digits. Mm-hmm. And I think if the officiating was better and we could have played our starters, we may have won the game.
Dude,
we did our job defensively.
Yeah, no, they needed, all they needed to do was make, like, do you remember what they were for threes?
They were good, and then they went completely fucking cold in the second half.
It was really bad. So if they made like 3 more threes, which is not saying much.
Yeah, the second half it was brutal. The 3-point shooting. They were good the first, and Duke, or not sorry, Michigan in the first half didn't make a single 3.
Really?
Yeah, they were 0-4.
They were 2 of 15, which is 13% from threes. We were 9 of 33.
Yeah, because we just started firing, and but I know we were better in the first half. So yeah, you're right. But I mean, just the scoring tells the story. Caravan had 17, and 11 rebounds, and 40 minutes, played the whole game.
Yep.
Reed, 13 points, 14 rebounds, and we got killed on the glass, I thought, overall. Michigan had so many second and third chance points. Mullins had 11, but he was 3 for 10 from 3-point range. Ball, 4 for 10 from field goals, and 3 for 7 from 3-point. He had 11 points. And then the guy that killed us was fucking Demery. Demery played 21 minutes, had 2 points. And he fouled out.
Part of the game, which was annoying, was especially at the end of the game when Michigan won. But you heard a lot of like Michigan's first title game since the
1989. Yeah, and it wasn't the Fab Five.
That's what I'm saying, dude. It was Glenn Rice and his squad.
Yeah, exactly.
So, but you heard that as well.
Yeah, I was like, no, the Fab Five didn't win shit. I said the Fab Five was Chris Webber calling a timeout when they didn't fucking have one.
And he traveled.
And he got away with the travel. Yes. At the end of the game. Oh, I got so mad. But no, I mean, on paper, absolutely, Michigan's by far the better team.
Yeah.
They had better athletes.
They looked it.
They had much better scorers. I thought we did a phenomenal job defensively to hold them to under 70. And it was just, I thought the officiating was atrocious.
Yeah.
And it was one-sided. And it's just sad to see because I think Hurley's a made man. Yeah. I think, I wrote this on a blog, this win, if we had won, it would have made him immortal.
Yeah.
He would have been immortal.
Yeah.
3 wins, 3 titles in 4 years.
Yeah.
You know how hard that is to do in this day and age.
It would have like overshadowed Calhoun so much.
Calhoun, I believe Calhoun only had 2. He had the 04 and I'm sorry, no, he had 99, 04, and he had 3, 11. Yeah. And then Ali had 14.
Yeah.
But it's so hard with the transfer portal. And, we have to be able to keep our own guys too.
Yeah.
We got to keep Solo Ball. We have to be able to keep Mullins, and I know for the women, it's going to be the same thing. They have so much talent that, girls don't want to sit. Yeah. They want to leave. And now AZ Fudd's gone. Sarah Strong's back. The girl that transferred from Wisconsin, Sarah Williams, she was atrocious all year. She played the center position. Mm-hmm. She was the Big Ten Player of the Year. She comes in, terrible, does nothing. And KK Arnold, awesome, but she's not a scorer. And who's, I can't remember who the 2 was, but they had a great team. They had a great team. It's just sad that they lost the way they did, and we didn't come away with it. But again, I think it's the conference. I think that there has to be a sense of urgency to get out of the Big East. That's my thing. So great run for both of them. And the only thing I don't like, we ended up 34-6. UConn fans are spoiled.
Yeah.
They will see this season as a failure. And I don't see it as a failure. I see it as
both teams had a great year.
They had you got to be proud of the great run. You got to be proud of Braylon Mullins with the shot to beat Duke. And you have to understand that we were playing with 20 pounds on our back against Michigan with the injuries.
They were exhausted.
The women, they had never faced a team like South Carolina, and Maria even said that. Maria said that they were going to struggle against South Carolina. And Maria had a game plan. She's like, this is what I would do against us, and that's what they did. Yeah. And they beat us, and we only scored like 40 points. So at least the spring game's happening.
Oh my God.
I got to ask you, because you said your work schedule, you got to let me know if you're going to be able to make it up.
So I got to work.
Oh, you do? Okay. Are you free Thursday or Friday at all? What's your schedule then?
Thursday or Friday, I should be done by like 3-4 o'clock in the afternoon.
Okay. It's totally up to you. I'm doing the documentary thing. She rented the podcast studio and wants me to do a couple interviews in person.
At UConn?
No, it's not at UConn. It would be in West Hartford, I believe. But I know it would be a drive for you. So if you can make the drive and want to,
yeah,
you're more than welcome to. If not, it's no problem.
So what time are you getting to Hartford?
I would whenever you would be available, I can do it. I'm going to be at the studio regardless.
Yeah.
So whenever if you can make the trip after work or whatever, I'll do it whenever you want on Thursday or Friday. So just take a look and see. That's all.
Yeah, I should know by tomorrow.
All right. So
Giant.
Dexter Lawrence.
Yeah.
Dexter Lawrence demands a trade.
Yeah.
I don't know what angered me more, losing to Michigan or hearing that Dexter Lawrence wants to trade and is demanding one.
Mm-hmm.
And Christy, you bastard, you found me. Christy, dude, Maria Conlon was really trying to spin the Geno meltdown. People need to stop talking about it. He melted down. The team melted down. All right, Christy. Christy is the only one who defends me.
Oh, that's
because when we do the basketball show, Joe D always yells at me.
Right.
So Christy will post comments, and I will read them because I know they piss Joe D off. and then Joe D calls Chris D names and everything. It's awesome. That's awesome. Great. So Dexter Lawrence wants a trade, and apparently he's reached his boiling point. And I'm shocked at this. Chris D,
I couldn't believe when I saw it.
Chris D said, "Can you believe Joe D and Maria picked overrated Michigan State?" See, Chris D, you remember, I was the only one who picked UConn to go all the way. They picked them to lose to Michigan State, then Duke.
Oh, wow.
They did. So Chris D is the man for remembering that. Chris D, Husky Hoops, 10 a.m. tomorrow. Bring the heat. I am reading every one of your comments. Joe D knows everything. Oh, he loves how bitter Joe D is because Joe D is grumpy on the show. But Dexter Lawrence, he appears unhappy, and he's watching close friends like Leonard Williams and Saquon Barkley leave. Yeah, I know, Christy, the NCAA did screw us last night. Leave for greener pastures to go on to win Super Bowls.
Julian Love.
Yeah, exactly. And, the Giants basically put a Band-Aid on Lawrence's contract situation by adding $3 million in incentives to the $17 million he was owed. This offseason, they have been reluctant, at least publicly, to significantly alter his $20 million fucking salary.
Yeah.
And we both talked, and I watched him, and I said, we could put a cone out there.
Yeah.
We may as well put a cone out there.
It's flabbergasting.
Or we could put Cluey Challenger out there, I think. I mean, what the fuck? I didn't pay attention until you told me you were talking about how bad he was playing, and then I started watching him. I'm like, what the fuck? He was awful. He's getting paid $20 million.
Yeah,
and he's demanding a trade.
Here's what's crazy. You know how people rely on PFF a lot as
they do. Yes.
He would rank the 9th best D tackle in the league, and I'm like,
I know. I was like, yeah, these super nerds who were scoring this.
Yeah.
No, and
tackle.
he was a cone. He was a fucking cone.
Yeah.
And Harbaugh praised him, which I was shocked, saying that he's super important. He's a cornerstone football player. Not really a cornerstone, more like a middle stone. And he's a very big stone, very active and athletic.
He's being political. He's just saying the right things.
Active and athletic?
Yeah, I know.
I don't think he did one thing active and athletic last year.
You know, his argument that he's making is that there's a reason why Brian Burns got 18 sacks, which is
because he takes up the. I know because he takes up all.
If you watch a lot of those sacks, you know some of them are breakdowns. You know,
a lot of him is Burns chasing him people down making the play. It's not Lawrence.
Right.
You know, and
it's a terrible time to renegotiate when you just had the worst year of your career.
Like you're getting $20 million,
and by which is 11th best.
Worth that.
And I don't think you played 11th best last year.
No. When I saw that, I was ready to throw something.
The first few games, you chalked it up to the dislocated elbow injury, but then he playing and like he did. There was no plays. He made no fucking plays.
You just saw no fire from him, no enthusiasm, no passion. It looked like. Yeah. It looked like he would rather be in a building that was burning than on a football field. I'm sorry. I was always a big Dexter Lawrence fan.
Yeah.
I thought he was integral.
Yeah.
So, number one, if you could trade him and get a second round pick,
you should be able to get a 2 and a 3.
I was thinking a 2 and a 4 that you could probably get. I don't think you could get a 2 and a 3. If you could get a 2 and a 3, I think I would do it.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. We're on point. There's no way they're getting a 1.
No.
Okay.
And if they're not. It would have to be like. Yeah, they're not. They're just not. It would have to be a super late 1 and like 5 or a 6. But I really think if it's just the second rounder, that's probably in the top 3 or 4 picks in the second round.
Do you know what his stats were this year?
Yeah.
I'm going to tell you his stats.
He had half a sack.
And 31 tackles.
In 17 games.
And a half sack.
Terrible.
So Lawrence wants out after the worst professional seasons he's had. And now they're saying the Giants couldn't move on even if a strong trade offer lands in their lap because they've made moves this offseason based on the assumption that Lawrence would be a key piece to the defense. They're planning on him making a significant impact.
So a couple
I don't know who the fuck said that.
So here's Boomer Esiason thinks he's out because the Giants are fed up with his like 400-pound ass in last season. They're like, we're done. This guy doesn't want to show.
You.
Yeah.
Okay.
Then the other side is, well, more to that point, how you take it with what the needs are and what they get for it. Was Christie killing you? What's he saying?
No, I'm laughing at you. Oh, Geno, he did say something funny. Geno, he's right about this. Geno did the impossible. He made Dawn Staley into a sympathetic figure.
That's great. That's great.
Chris V, tomorrow at 10 a.m., please come on and please say these things. Just please. I'm going to have Schumann will post them. Dave will go, or Joe will go nuts. Maria will go nuts. And they won't be mad at me. Just do it for me, please. Yeah. And if you give me your Venmo, I will Venmo you. He's off tomorrow. Good. 10 a.m. We're going to be on at 10 a.m. Yes, 10 a.m. 10 a.m. Now, the only rule I have, Tyler King has offered you money as well because I want to know who you are. And Tyler King will pay you if you tell him your identity, and he knows it and I don't, because that'll drive me up a wall.
How does he spell Christie?
I'll set the notifications. It's just Chris D 1924. But he clearly knows us. I'm David Benedict because he breaks my balls because Benedict was named like athletic director of the year for something. So the offensive line and the defensive line need significant work.
So that's what we get into. Yeah, they a right guard. They need a D tackle. They might need 2 D tackles now. Oh my god.
Well,
and then
they brought in fucking Tremaine Edwards. I think if Carter comes along and can be what his potential says he can be, then we got a chance. But losing Burns was huge, or Bobby. I'm sorry, Bobby was huge.
Yeah.
I don't know defensively what they're going to play. They're a work in progress, but I do think offensively we're going to be fine.
Yeah,
we're going to be fine.
Denard Wilson last year played a lot of zone.
He did. Okay.
He played a lot of zone coverage, and you know who was the DC that got fired halfway through the season?
Oh, I don't remember. I know who you're talking about.
He was from Tennessee, and he didn't blitz a lot. He played a lot of straight up.
Right.
Denard Wilson blitzes a little more and played
right.
So
and I like Thibodeau.
Apparently, they're still trying to trade him.
Yeah, which I still can't believe they're willing to listen to offers to trade him.
Dude, you got to go. Justin Tuck, Umanura.
I know. I don't know what Harbaugh is going to do, but he's got to get this defense in order because they have a chance to really win the conference, I believe, and make a run. Yeah. And I read an article also that said the Giants can't afford to trade Dexter Lawrence. They said that they need him.
That's the other side.
Yes.
He's bind where even though he's got the worst year, if they get rid of him, they're really
well. I don't think they're going to trade him because no one's going to want to pay him $20 million. So we would have to be on the hook for part of that. And it's still going to count again. It still counts against our cap, I believe, if we trade him. To cut him, I don't know how much that would cost. We need him. Yeah, we 100% do need him. So I don't know what the situation, what the best thing to do is. He's demanding a trade. I think that we wait it out, appease him if we have to, give him a couple million. Because I don't know that we can get through this year without him unless they get a good find in a late round for a DT. I don't think they're going to pick one. Like, if you're the Giants, do you pick a defensive lineman early? Is that what you're thinking?
He has no more guaranteed money.
No, he doesn't. This was the final. Yeah.
So if he plays the season, he gets the $20 million. But after that,
okay. So if he's cut, he doesn't get paid, but we get the cap penalty for it.
Yeah. No, not even a penalty. No dead money.
Oh, we don't get dead money.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So then if they have to go into the draft knowing, like, are we going to play this guy? Like, is he going to show up? Otherwise, I think that affects everything. I think, first round, do you play it safe and you go with an offensive lineman?
I'm always for that. I love that move.
Because it's safe and they work out.
And you need one.
And you need one. I think they all should be fired for re-signing Evan Neal, but but yeah, I agree with you. I'd be fine with an O lineman, and you said even take 2 or 3 of them, whatever.
Yeah, all about that. You remember Will Ferrell in Anchorman?
Of course.
When Veronica Corningstone, aka Fitz McGee, tells him he's got bad hair. And his reaction is, what did you?
Yeah.
That's how I felt when I heard the
trade thing.
I was like, what did you say?
I thought I was on another planet when I heard that.
I thought it was some sort of sick joke.
The guy who's getting $20 million, get 31 tackles and a half sack. He wants to be traded, demanding it.
Yeah.
Good for you, buddy. Now, the other thing I read, which I couldn't believe, the Eagles, there is significant friction between Jalen Hurts and Coach Sirianni.
Wow.
Did you know that?
No.
They were considering in their wild card game against the 49ers putting in backup Tanner McKee. Who I don't believe I don't think he was drafted. I thought he was a free agent. And what happened was they ran during a timeout, they ran a play 4 verts. And when you run 4 verts, you read both slot receivers. One of your slot receivers based on if it's 1 high or 2 high. Yeah. If it's 1 high, he stays straight. If it's 2 high, he bends, try to get in the middle to split the corners.
Yep.
So the 49ers were all over it. They had 3 defenders on Dallas Goedert over the middle, and that was it. And Hurts was the one who wanted that play. And Sirianni listened to it and called it. He called 4 verts. He suggested it, and because he wanted it. And so not everyone with the offense was thrilled with this. And there were several players, this is their comments. Oh, God, this is not happening. We cannot run 4 verts. So it's unclear what other plays were considered. Sirianni let Hurts go with the 4 verts, and that was it. And now there is a crossroads between Hurts and the Eagles coaching staff because the passing game has been disastrous now. Did they win? They won the Super, and they were the Super Bowl champions, right? 2 years ago, and they just fell off a cliff.
Yeah,
this year.
They were the worst 10-7 team in the history of football.
Yeah. So he's got a new offensive coordinator, a Sean McVay guy, Sean McVay, Kyle Shanahan guy. I think that they are going to be a shit show this year. I think Saquon he had that good first year, but he's getting older.
Yep.
I don't think he's going to be able to carry the load.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think offensively, they had AJ Brown who wanted out. They were disgusted. They didn't get much out of Devontae Smith. So Hurts is really at a crossroads. And his teammates are not thrilled with him, according to the article. They said that he has poor body language, has not always bought in. He's not coachable, and the players all see it.
Yeah, he's probably, think about it. I mean, this is success to a fault. Wherever he's gone, he has won.
Yes.
And he just got paid, 2 years ago?
Yes, he got the big contract. They were in the Super Bowl in 2022.
So in his mind, his shit does not stink.
Very much so.
He's had so much success. And that just comes with the territory. So I'm not surprised at all.
He's played in, listen, he's the last 4 years. I'm sorry. He did start in 2021. So he's had 5 years. He's had 2, 3, 4. He's had 5 different offensive coordinators.
Wow.
So, that's challenging. But again, you're having success. You're winning. They won. You have to admit, 2024, they won the Super Bowl basically because of fucking Saquon.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Saquon dominated. So they fired the offensive coordinator after the season. And Hurts is really not popular within the team.
Yeah.
So I think that's great for the Giants. I think the Giants can beat the Eagles healthy.
Yep.
Okay. The other thing that I saw, which I thought was interesting, Atlanta trades Cousins to the Raiders.
Uh-huh.
And they pretty much fucked Atlanta because they structured the contract. Cousins was guaranteed $10 million.
Yeah.
But it would be offset if the other team took it on.
Yeah.
So what the Raiders did, they paid Cousins the NFL minimum, which was $1.9 million.
Uh-huh.
Now the Raiders have to pay the rest, and they're giving Cousins like a $12 million roster bonus and different bonus.
Oh, wow.
Structure. Yeah, so he's going to end up being paid $20 million.
Really?
And the other thing was,
do they know he's terrible?
That's what drives me nuts about these.
They know he's washed up.
That's what drives me nuts about these teams. It's like when the Saints traded for fucking Derek Carr.
Yeah.
It's like they don't want, and it's very challenging, and it puts more pressure on you when you draft a quarterback in the first round.
Yeah.
Because the expectations are, okay, we're spending the money in the draft pick on a first round pick, a quarterback. If he doesn't perform, you're fucking fired.
Right.
So teams now are more apt to trade for a veteran. That's why Russell Wilson has gotten away with what he has the last few years, gotten paid a fortune. Mm-hmm. And, he started for three different teams. He started for the Broncos, the Steelers, and then us, and they don't want to draft. And the Raiders love Fernando Mendoza.
They're definitely taking him.
They're taking him.
Yeah.
They're taking him. So their quarterback room and the rookie contracts are a lot less, but they're going to try to do what the Giants said they wanted to do last year. Says, we believe in the quarterback sitting behind and learning. That's how we're going to do it. Cousins is going to start and Mendoza is going to sit. How the fuck long do you think that's going to last?
About as long as it did, if not better than with Jackson Dart.
What was it, 3 weeks or 4 weeks, and they were losing?
So, Russell played 3 games, and then Jackson started the 4th game.
Yeah, and Russell did get that 1 win against Dallas. The Giants were 1-2, and we knew the ball was going to pull the trigger because that was his only guy. That was his last chance.
What
He
was
knew
the game where he threw like 2 interceptions with like 30 seconds left?
Russell Wilson.
Yeah, it was his last game.
It was the last game. It was abysmal. It was like
How bad he got so quickly.
Again. I mean, they're 36 years old. They fall off a cliff. And Russell Wilson was never a guy with the strong arm. He never had that talent like that. He was more of a Tom Brady where he knew where to go with the ball. He could get the ball to the right guy, go through his reads and whatnot.
Very cool.
And, he suffered some injuries. So, absolutely. So, I'm interested to see how this is going to play out. I think that the Raiders are a dumpster fire.
Yeah.
To hand over the team to Antonio Pierce still boggles my mind. They would have been better off handing off the team to you and I. I mean, how much worse could we have done than Antonio Pierce that second year?
Yeah.
I mean, between that and Gerard Mayo, all I think about is, we could have gone in and coached. I mean, how much worse could we have done?
So it's like it's the same thing as Jeff said. That was terrible too on the Colts with Jeff Saturday.
Dude, he was literally working as an analyst for ESPN.
Yeah.
And with now Jim Irsay, God rest his soul, probably was fucked out of his mind. He was probably whacked.
Yep.
And he's thinking to himself, well, let's bring Saturday in. Let's see what he can do.
I mean, that was just
that blew my mind.
Yeah.
They brought an announcer in, an analyst in.
Talk about
with zero coaching experience.
Yeah. Yeah, that might have been the worst one.
Oh my God. So I think the Eagles are going to be a dumpster fire. There's a lot of friction going on there. Just reading about it is crazy. So you do think for sure the Raiders are going to take Mendoza? I think they have to.
Yeah. I think it's
now, and do you think obviously they're going to go with Cousins? They'll probably split the first team reps. The AFC West, we don't know because Mahomes is coming off an injury. Travis Kelce's 42 years old. They have Rice and I like Pachenko, a couple of their backs, but they're okay. Yeah. Denver has emerged as the team. Mm-hmm. I don't think the Raiders. I think they're going to finish third at best.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting.
I can't see them doing any better than that.
Yeah, I agree.
But
I don't think also in the NFC East, Jaden Daniels, I'm not sure how he's going to bounce back from that injury. The Cowboys are always like, who knows what's going on.
I'm not afraid of the Cowboys. I think, Jerry Jones, what he did last year, trading Micah Parsons, mm-hmm. I think that was one of the stupidest fucking moves ever. Mm-hmm. And he says, our run defense got better. Okay, Jerry. How did the season go?
Yeah.
And then after the season, he says, yeah, we got to improve our run defense. Oh, I thought you did that with the trade for the 32-year-old from the Packers.
Yeah.
So how about this? And I just wanted to end with this. Mm-hmm. An SEC coach was asked, how much does it cost to have a good college football team, a good college football talent? And I'm curious to hear what you think the number is, what teams are spending. This is from the SEC. I'll give you the SEC and the Big Ten.
40 million?
You hit it right on the head.
Unreal.
$40 million. $40 million for like an SEC team in like probably Alabama or Texas or whatever. Ohio State spent $20 million last year.
Really?
Yeah. So an SEC head coach told The Athletic the new number in our sport right now is 40 million. That's for the 26 season. What's it going to be for 27? I don't know. I think if you're at 40 million this year, I bet you'll be at 45 million next year.
Or like 48 or 50.
I agree too. And it's getting up to 35 million plus in the Big Ten.
Oh.
And now the logical response, according to this article again, is the revenue sharing cap is 20.5 million for student athletes across all sports. So how is this happening? Nobody's monitoring the cap. Yeah. The NCAA doesn't have the bandwidth to monitor it. They're supposed to report NIL deals over $600. Nobody does. None of the players do. And the coaches are not allowed to really advise them because they could get sued.
Yeah.
You know, if they find out and the coach said, listen, I know Bob's car shop's paying you $2 million. You need to report that money, for tax purposes.
Right.
They're going to get sued.
Absolutely.
So here's the thing. Winning is expensive, but the alternative costs a lot more.
Yep.
Losing is the most expensive element of our sport.
Oof. Said
a Pac-10, the new Pac-12 assistant coach. Winning is far less expensive than losing. Losing, there's no return on the investment. Winning is huge. And you lose long enough and your fans become apathetic. Yep. Attendance sags. Yep. Donors stop giving money. Yep. And the environment becomes toxic. And recruiting becomes difficult. And Florida State is a perfect example. They have sputtered the last 2 years under Norvell, and he's dealing with the predicament. And that's why I praise guys like Burton. Like Burton, I've talked to him. It's like, you got to give this money every year. And football spent close to $1 million, I think, this year.
Okay.
And St. Benedict, Christie always mocks me because I call him St. Benedict, claims that we're going to get up to $3 to $6 million in the next few years. And that would put us on par with the group of 5 schools.
I would hope so. I mean, with all this basketball success, you think we could get a little love.
Well, basketball is getting a lot more NIL shit. So if you saw the tournament, how many commercials was Solo balling?
Oh, a lot.
How many commercials did you see Geno and the girls in?
A lot.
That's what they get paid for. And then I told you I talked to Stasitis after practices. The girls and the guys, they're signing basketballs, right. 50 of them, and they're auctioning them off to make money. They're signing chairs, selling them. They're selling. It's a fire sale because they're trying to make money.
Yeah.
Rutgers is $78 million in debt.
Oh my God.
And that they get $60 million from the Big Ten.
That's so bad.
There's a major controversy because they raised student fees and tuition.
Oh. So
the parents of the nonners are like, I'm paying for my kid to go to college. I don't want to be paying for the football program.
Right. Yeah. I mean, and I agree with them. Like that is BS.
They're pissed. Okay. Yeah. Top transfer offensive tackles, $1.3 million.
Wow.
Yeah. There's a couple. That's the average, by the way. There's a couple who have gotten $2 million and $3 million.
Jesus Christ.
A top quarterback in the Power 4 conference, Power Four conference, you're looking at $6 to $8 million.
Oh, I was gonna say 5. Jesus.
6 to 8, and that's without NIL. So it's an arms race. This is going to blow up eventually.
Oh yeah.
Congress has to intervene.
Mm-hmm.
They talked about doing like a tier system where, football, the revenue sports have to get the most money. So they're saying maybe football gets $10 million.
Mm-hmm.
Men's basketball maybe gets $4 million. Women's basketball gets $3 million. And the non-revenue sports can share $2 million or whatever.
Right.
A tiered system. And then they can get whatever NIL deals they want. And I think that each program should have an NIL coordinator, someone who helps these kids. Because if you build your social media platform, if you do all that, you can get NIL money. But it's out of fucking control. And then even UConn, I'm going to the spring game.
Yep.
60 transfers again. Why? Like,
that's got to be nauseating.
It makes college football not fun anymore to watch because, and when Hurley was interviewed after the Duke win and after the Illinois win, he brought it up. He brought up Coach Calhoun, Geno, Kevin Ollie, and the other coaches. And he said, we have a special culture at UConn.
Yep.
That is why we win. And I believe that is so true.
Yeah.
It is because we went through fucking hell together. We all did it. We all were together. We all fucking took the damage and we all paid the price, but we did it together. And that's what builds, I hate the word culture because everyone uses it as their buzzword. But yeah, we had a culture at UConn where everyone hung out with everyone. We rooted for everyone, for all the sports teams. And, that's going to go away because guys are coming in for a year.
Yeah.
You're never going to have that. So that's my rant. I hope that Congress can regulate it somehow because
they need to do something right over there.
Because the NCAA, anything they do just gets fucked.
It does.
And it angers me because they would fucking suspend you they suspended Harbaugh because he bought a recruit a ham sandwich.
Yeah.
They would suspend you if you got a pencil illegally.
Mm-hmm.
Now they don't do anything. Like, oh, we can't do anything. I gotta powder my pussy. I can't do anything because we're gonna get sued and lose. So it just drives me nuts. But anyway, very sad about UConn, but you have to give them credit for having a great season.
Yeah.
And it's a great season despite playing in a shit conference.
Absolutely.
If we played in a better conference and, the men had at least had some adversity losing some games, the women were undefeated and they just destroyed everyone.
Yeah.
And they didn't play well in the tournament. Marie even said that. Yes. They got away with not playing well in the tournament. The Giants, I think we're going to be fine. Dexter Lawrence.
Sayonara.
Just if he's demanding a trade, then, I'm going to demand, I want $10 million. I want $10 million. Yeah. I'm going to go to the bank tomorrow. I'm going to say, you know what? I want $10 million. If Dexter Lawrence can demand a trade, I can demand $10 million from the bank.
Absolutely.
I think that's fair.
That is fair.
So we'll see what happens. The Kirk Cousins trade, I think it's just the Raiders being stupid with a stopgap. They're going to go with Mendoza, and we'll see what happens. But, I will talk to you next week. I am planning to come up Thursday she wants to film the recordings in the podcast studio that they have. I'll get the address, and then I don't want to, as long as it's not too far of a drive for you.
Yeah.
If you can come in person, we'll just do a quick, 30 minutes. She just wants to get it on camera, and that'll be it. So, and then I'll probably stay down by Maria. So, if you're able to get together one night, let me know. We'll do something, because you said you have to work Saturday right around that time.
Yeah, but I should be able to get for a little bit.
Okay. All right. Great show.
Thanks.
Great audience. I don't know how we do it, but we do it. So, and sign up for Husky Hub. You get a chance I'm giving away $1,000.
Absolutely.
I can't believe I'm doing this, but what are you going to do? So just, Sean, remember, when life gives you lemons, don't make lemonade. Take 2 oranges, throw them right back.